Commoners would call it a scrying spell, but I'm beyond such crude hedge magic. It will enable me to see and hear what you do. Furthermore, I'll be able to speak to you. Search for Ravil's home. I expect it's on the west side of town. You should be able to hear me now.
Troll's blood, I was hoping you'd show up here. Kain blessed us with a victory at Ash Mountain, but we're still fighting those milk-drinking Covenant bastards. West of us, they've locked horns with Vivek's antlers, and I've heard a rumor a scout from the northwest border made it to the city, bloody and bruised. He said a force was marching on Fort Virak. If they take Virak, they're on the doorstep of Riften, up in Skyrim. Those dagger bastards. To Sovngarde with a lot of them.
Sun on my scales, welcome. You have seen my cousins in the Argonian Quarter, I hope? Are you asking if we're comfortable? None of us are comfortable outside Blackmarsh. Too dry, too open, too bright. Still, at the moment, we're treated well and the history will soon be cleansed. Before I was here, I cared about the rain only when it fell on my tribe. Now I must worry about stonefalls and this pact. The reeds can bend to the wind, but I must not.
Welcome in the name of the Three. How do you like Ebonheart? I spent much of my childhood here, living with my mother's family. Some of my fondest memories are of playing with my father on the shore of the bay. I learned to fight with the troops in the square. In the wake of Balder's rampage, it goes well. Seni will be rebuilt, and ash from the volcano will actually help the farms, at least in the long run. It's been hard, but Dane Seath will prosper.
Vivek, guide your steps, soldier. We're holding them. In some places we're barely holding on, but we're holding them. But I wish I hadn't invoked the Brother of Strife. I do. I wish I hadn't been needed here. I should have aided the effort at Ash Mountain. The Brothers depend on old magic from another time. They have no place in Stonefalls today.
What is it?
Let me guess. Someone picked your pocket.
There he is. Let's follow him.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
March into the great houses.
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
We went into that shack. Wait for him to leave. He's out. That was fast. Try to get inside that shack. A communication spell. Let's see who Ravil called.
Ofer. What now, Ravil? So you're the meddler who undid all of Ravil's work. Such a waste of my time.
That woman wore a Covenant uniform. Ravil must be working for the enemy. Go to his house and see what you can find. I'll send my guards.
You won't take me! Cornell gave me potions!
The guards heard fighting. I assume you found more inside than just evidence? Having him alive might have been useful, but having him dead is just as good. The ritual items in the shack on the docks and his belongings might tell us something more.
so hard to go on without him.
Droth has told everyone who would listen how you discovered that spy.
Hello there.
Well met, my fine Falar. I am Captain Lari, commander of the forces stationed at Fort Arrend. We're primarily a training outpost. I had to put the recruits on alert with all these Covenant troops nearby. What do you have there? No. Dumak, take those fetches. Hjolm, my best officer, is dead, and these plans say Aknara is here. Of all the... We're not prepared for Aknara. Not even slightly, Traveler. Let's talk. These Swit assassins are stealthy and dangerous. They'll probably be practically invisible with all the places to hide in here. We need to shed some light on this situation. I have just the thing. Blinding light flasks. The flasks are upstairs. Use them near the walls of the fort. I expect the killers will be lurking there. Strikes from Shadows is leading a group of our more experienced troops. Meet up with him at the tower to the east when you're done. Falar, you'll find the flasks of blinding light upstairs. Use them to reveal the assassin infiltrators. Put an end to their plans. Fort Arrend was built a long time ago, atop a set of Daedric ruins. I think the ruins were a prison for some fetching Daedra. Bevek, who can keep track of all that ancient lore? The fort is out of the way, so we use it to train troops. A few years back, a fetching big Aldmeri army invaded Hammerfell. They sacked a town and established some fortifications. They sent messages home, and the elves sent a shipload of reinforcements. The Red Guards were quaking in their boots, not as such, Falar. The Dominion made a mistake, you see. They took captives from a Red Guard ship they managed to get offshore from their new holdings. That night, one of the Red Guards broke free and murdered every lost elf aboard. That's what they say, Falar. Over the next few days, a bunch of Aldmeri troops in the fort disappeared. A Red Guard army rolled up to the fort, but didn't attack. It just sat there, stopping the Aldmeri from escaping Aknara's venom.
Hail.
Hello.
Are the assassins now feeding the earth with their blood and bone? I was ambushed. Warm-blood assassins do that. They hoped I wouldn't reach these tunnels and discover the roots of Aknara's plan. They died with that hope unfulfilled. You'll notice many Covenant troops about. I'd bet my birth mud she's opened the reinforced cap that sealed these tunnels. Clearly she plans to lead an army into the fort from below. Long ago this place was built to imprison Daedra. See that floor plate below the door you came through? There are 5 of those. When they're all active, a barrier will rise and imprison those within. No, there's an exit to the surface behind the final plate. I activated the first one. Activate 3 more on the way to the last chamber, then meet me by the final plate.
Move now!
Aknara ambushed us. She used a flask of blinding light to stun us, then ran back through the door behind me. Well, good. I'll activate this last one. Once I do, the other barriers on all 5 will harden like a shell. While I do this, you must slay Aknara before she slithers away again. Bayam chased after Aknara. He'll need your help more than I do. Look for him. I'm sure he's wounded, if not dead. Once this is done, use the trapdoor atop the bluff. It leads to the command post below.
Have you dispatched Aknara? That piece of Enchao? Ha! My fine Falar. Well done. I'll see your name is not forgotten. Aknara, however, will be forgotten. The Dunmer reshape history to serve their needs. I'll remove any mention of her actions here, and I'll purge all records of that vile assassin. Captain Bjorn lost his life bravely defending the fort from that Covenant scum. He cut down a score of them, but eventually succumbed to his wounds. That magnificent fetcher will be missed.